Excuse me. What did you say?
I didn't stutter. I said, pop your titty out his mouth and stop babying him.
I cried, and I was angry. A lot of people are upset. All of my group chats are raging, all of the group me's, all of the slacks, everybody is raging.
They say the people and experiences close to them are being ripped away. According to our partners at the American Statesman, at least 60 staff members who were previously in DEI roles have been notified that their last day is at the end of the semester.
One was crying. Let's shoot on back. She was crying, and this one, ooh, yikes! Hold on, I'm sorry, sweetie. Hold on, I'll get you something a little bit better. Okay, phew, you look kind of crazy in that last one. But either ways, these two young ladies, along with thousands of others, are learning that they're not as important as their positions in these schools and different programs make them out to be. And once the money runs out for these programs, then yeah, all you guys are kind of superfluous, and the beneficiaries of overhiring in many cases, and and a corporate adherence to an ideology that runs counterproductive to profitability, and as men, boys, I mean, whether you do security or whether or not you're a doctor, it's far easier for us to pick up a set of skills that translates into something that can't easily be replaced by AI, if not eliminated altogether, as opposed to our, female counterparts who, for the most part, I mean, yes, there are plenty of capable women out there, but it requires a certain level of willingness and capability that quite a few lack, particularly if conditions aren't perfect.
Partners at the American Statesman, at least 60 staff members who were previously in DEI roles have been notified that their last day is at the end of the semester. In a letter to the UT community, President Jay Harsel wrote in part, quote, "To reduce overlap, we are closing the Division of Campus and Community Engagement and redistributing the remaining programs," end quote. That division used to be DEI related, and like similar departments, had to change its name in January because of the new law.
This is just text.
And that's the thing. She seems relatively young. The young ladies there all seem relatively young. And if you're of my age, right? If you're in your 40s, 2008 wasn't but that long ago, but to them, that's the entirety of their lives. And they don't particularly recognize or realize that, sweetie, everything that you've been taught for the past 16 or so years has been complete horseshit and bullshit. I mean, don't get it twisted. We got taught a whole bunch of nonsense as well. But particularly since we've had a black president, this idea of, diversity, equity, inclusion, I'm sorry, back then it wasn't a thing, and we still ended up with a black president who was supposed to signify the end of all the racial stuff, when what ended up happening is that due to the feminine and female overthrow of our media and educational institutions and everything else like that, which all preaching feelings and all that other good stuff, well, shoot, they realized they ended up using race as a means to do all the bullshit that they did 4 years ago, back during the election and the like. And now, well, it's now time to pump those brakes and push everything back.
Texas does not want us here. Texas has never wanted us here.
Christiana Mack.
And that's the thing, sweetie. Then why would you be there? Like, if they didn't want you there, you wouldn't have gotten an acceptance letter. This is all taking place at the University of Texas. And sweetie, if they didn't want you there, see, that's the thing. They want your money. They'll take your money. That's the thing about a capitalist society. That's the thing that I was saying back when Trump initially got elected, right? It's how, at the end of the day, it's about the bread. So, yeah, they'll take your money. They happily want you there. It's a matter of, first and foremost, black folk been in that university since long before you were born, sweetheart. And secondly, everything that they set up for you, all those different programs, they weren't necessary in the first place. They were there to facilitate damn near the past for particularly 2020. They were particularly put there in order to facilitate, the resentment and the anger and all this racial animus that many, particularly those in your age bracket, sweetheart, have not encountered or endured it anyway. You've had the world at your feet. And that's how there was no problem getting you in there or anything else like that. So please, no, cut it. It's time to cut this bullshit right the fuck out.
With the Black Student Alliance says a lot of the DEI related jobs are filled with people who look like her.
For most of us,
So the fuck what? You think they give a damn? Okay, so here's that thing. At the end of the day, it's every man for himself. That's nature. That's the true way of the world. Every man for himself. Brother, you better be out here looking, like I always say, head on the swivel, my boys. Head on the swivel. Ladies, you're not built for this shit, generally speaking. The only reason many can pretend as if they are and they're so empowered and everything else like that is due to the past 100 years of comforts that were sat here and laid out right before you. That's the only reason. But, what the fuck do I know, right?
Students, these are our only letters of recommendation. These are the only people that we can get close enough with to build a further relationship with.
But that's the thing. These are the people that are specifically put in these roles, and why not get close with your instructor? Why not get, like create and develop these relationships with people, that who are actually teaching you or who are in your classes, what have you. That's the thing. We've created this network, and a lot of it goes through HR departments and the like, where it's all about who you know and who you're getting letters of recommendation for, so you can go and get another cushy job that ultimately at the end of the day really carries no genuine value to it. And that fucking sucks, but that goes to show how little power you truly do have. Straight up and down. If we got rid of education in this country, whoo, man, the amount of women who will be completely just SOL, brother. That's one of the reasons they always sit there and lean on it, and never even consider getting rid of it, because damn it, this is how we get these women these paychecks. That's how we keep them out in the world and working for us, as opposed to doing their due duty as women and being good wives and mothers. But you may disagree. That's what comment sections are for. All the internet stuff. Like it, don't give a shit. Comment in my comment section. And fellas, to the next one.